Most people think knowledge management systems are just folders full of documents. That's too shallow. A knowledge management system, or KMS, is an information system that helps an organization collect, organize, store, share, and reuse knowledge. In simple words, it helps a business stop losing important knowledge every time an employee leaves. A mistake is repeated, or information gets buried inside emails, chats, and people's heads. Think about a restaurant chain. One experienced manager knows how to handle rush hours. One chef knows the exact preparation method for a best-selling item. One supervisor knows which supplier is unreliable. One customer service person knows the most common complaints. One branch manager knows which local offer works best. Now imagine all of that knowledge stays only in their heads. If those people leave, get transferred, or forget to share it, the business loses valuable experience. That is where a knowledge management system becomes important. It captures useful knowledge and makes it available to the right people at the right time. In information systems, KMS is not just about storing files. It is about turning individual experience into organizational intelligence. A good KMS can include training manuals, standard operating procedures, FAQs, customer support scripts, product guides, project notes, research reports, lessons learned, policies, troubleshooting steps, and best practices. For example, if a new employee joins, they should not have to ask 10 different people how things work. The system should guide them. If a customer support team keeps receiving the same complaint, the solution should be documented. If a branch finds a better way to reduce waste, that learning should be shared with other branches. If a project fails, the reasons should be recorded so the same mistake is not repeated. That is the real value of KMS. It helps a business learn from itself. There are two important types of knowledge. The first is explicit knowledge. This is knowledge that can be written down easily. Documents, manuals, guides, procedures, reports, checklists, and policies. The second is tacit knowledge. This is harder to capture. It comes from experience, judgment, instinct, and practice. For example, how a senior manager handles an angry customer, how a chef maintains consistency during rush hours, or how a salesperson reads customer hesitation. A strong knowledge management system tries to capture both. Explicit knowledge through documents and databases. Tacit knowledge through interviews, training videos, mentoring, case notes, discussion forums, and lessons learned. But here's the catch. A knowledge management system can exist and still be useless. Why? Because if people do not update it, search it, trust it, or use it, it becomes a digital dumping ground. This is where many companies fail. They create shared folders, upload random files, and call it knowledge management. No, that is not knowledge management. That is digital storage with better branding. A real KMS needs structure, clear categories, updated information, searchable content, ownership, access control, regular review, and a culture where people actually share what they know. If the system is outdated, employees will stop trusting it. If content is hard to find, people will stop using it. If no one owns the information, it becomes messy. If employees are punished for sharing mistakes, lessons will stay hidden. If senior people refuse to document their knowledge, the business stays dependent on individuals. That is dangerous. A business that depends only on people's memory is fragile. A business that captures and shares knowledge becomes stronger. KMS is used in many industries. In hospitals, it can store treatment guidelines, medical protocols, training material, and patient care procedures. In software companies, it can store technical documentation, code standards, support issues, and project lessons. In banks, it can store compliance procedures, fraud response steps, customer service guidelines, and risk policies. In universities, it can store research material, course documents, student support processes, and academic policies. In restaurants, it can store recipes, staff training, cleaning checklists, supplier notes, and branch operating procedures. Today, knowledge management systems are becoming more powerful because of AI. AI can help employees search internal knowledge faster, summarize long documents, answer questions from company manuals, recommend relevant policies, and identify repeated problems across departments. Instead of asking, "Where is that document?" employees may simply ask the system, "How do I process this refund?" Or, "What should I do if a supplier delivery is late?" That is where KMS is heading. From static document storage to intelligent knowledge access. But again, AI cannot fix messy knowledge. If the documents are outdated, AI will give outdated answers. If the policies are confusing, AI will repeat the confusion. If important experience was never captured, AI cannot invent it honestly. If the company culture hides mistakes, the system will never learn from them. That is the brutal truth. Knowledge management is not only a technology problem, it is a discipline problem. It requires people to document, update, share, search, question, and improve knowledge continuously. At the Learning Studio, the goal is simple: to understand knowledge management systems as a key part of information systems. Because businesses do not only compete through money, products, or technology, they compete through what they know and how quickly they can use what they know. And the companies that capture knowledge, organize it, share it, and learn from it faster than others become harder to beat.